Hello everybody, welcome to episode number 11 of the TVRealm podcast. This is Saturday, November 5th, 2011, and today is our very first solo cast. I'm Max Zambrano, and nobody's alongside me today. I've been trying to contact Sarah, and I have failed to get a response, and I've also failed to get a response from any of our backup hosts. So today I'm going to go solo. So if you don't like listening to me, then you may want to skip this week and listen to next week or the week after. So today's podcast, we're going to go over a little bit over The Amazing Race, and we're going to go over Survivor, and then do sort of the normal stuff, and then irrelevant talk. I'm not sure that's going to be this week because obviously there's nothing, like I can't talk to somebody else. Before we jump into today's podcast, I did want to address an issue. With Ethan Zahn, his cancer has returned, and it's the Hodgkin's lymphoma disease, or I forget. I don't know all the stuff. I just know that it has returned and that he's going to have to get basically most of the same stuff as last time, maybe a couple different things, But second time he's had this cancer, and one way you can support is going on Twitter and going to hashtag #GetBetterEthan. That is the #1 way to support, I believe. So do that. It's hashtag #GetBetterEthan, and go and support Ethan as he has Hodgkin's lymphoma for a second time. So let's go ahead, and I just wanted to kind of cover that. But let's go ahead and jump into this week of The Amazing Race. So this week on The Amazing Race, see, my memory kind of blurs out after so long. It's been about 6 days since it actually did come on. So, I'm trying to remember. I just remember it was another non-elimination. I want to address this issue. I'm very sick and tired of the non-eliminations. These are things that are supposed to happen sporadically. I mean, it's leading for a lot of unpredictability, but I'm not sure how much I like that or not. So, I mean, we have, is it Amani and Marcus, I believe, who got the non-elimination this week. And what do you think? I want you guys to send us your comments about what you think. We hadn't gotten any comments from you guys, but we want to see those. And if you know people who would want to watch this stuff, please help us support this podcast, because it would really mean a lot to us. And so, just please do that for us. With The Amazing Race, again, I forget a lot. Amani and Marcus were kind of behind all week, so I don't really know anything else other than they were the non-elimination. Non-elimination too many times. I think it could show that The Amazing Race is really desperate, which, I mean, after 19 seasons, I mean, Survivor was kind of desperate. But hopefully their 20th season will be very good. I'm hoping that won't be the last, but I have a feeling that will be the last that we see of The Amazing Race next season, 20th. But, anyway, that's all I have to say about The Amazing Race. So, I think that we should go ahead and jump into this week of Survivor. So this was another very good week of Survivor. It seems like each week is kind of dedicated to one cast member. And this week, it was Little John Cochran who made the major difference in the entire season. But before we get there, let's go to the most anticipated duel in the history of Redemption Island. Christine versus Ozzy. So Ozzy goes to Redemption Island. He's just kind of going, "Oh man, you wouldn't believe what happened to me." And then Christine, I think she kind of bought it at first, but then we get to the actual duel, and when Ozzy's going on a rant, it's kind of sad how much he's failing, because Ozzy is not a very good liar. He's going, "Okay guys, I got blindsided, so, you know, I think it was that guy over there who blindsided me, but I'm sure there was somebody else who knew." I mean, nobody bought it, and we found out later in the episode Sophie was offended by that, and Ozzy really just needs to not be an actor, and especially going up against actor Benjamin Coach Wade. So, and for much anticipated duel, it wasn't really that close, but unfortunately, I believe Ozzy was the victor, and Christine was finally, after 5 straight wins, 6 duels, Christine was finally eliminated from Survivor. But Christine, I think, had a remarkable run. It was very fun to watch her throughout the season, and I'm going to miss Christine because she was eliminated very stupidly, because there was no way that she was gonna go home, or she wasn't gonna go to Polu. She made that quite frank, I believe. So whatever went through Ozzy's mind, Ozzy really needs to start learning some stuff. But then we find out that the tribes are no more, and it is one tribe. I don't know the tribe name. I believe it is Tatuna, or something along those lines. I'm gonna go with Tatuna, and 6 versus 6. It would have been 6 versus 6 anyway, but now they have Ozzy, one of the strongest players, and we have the double agent John Cochran. And so I want to go ahead and start talking about this as of right now. So anyway, Cochran is the craziest player. Well, I wouldn't say craziest. Let's think about this. Brandon's the craziest of the season. Coach is the most unpredictable. Cochran is the one who you just have to say, "Cochran, I love you," and Cochran is with you throughout the entire show. Because Savai treated Cochran like crap, and now, all of a sudden, Coach just goes, "Hey Cochran, guess what? We want you on our side. You know, wink wink." And Cochran's like, "Okay, you know what, I'm just gonna go with you guys, and I'm gonna ditch my old pals at Savai and go with the Upolu tribe." Was this a good move or not? Send in your comments on that. I think that this was a strange move. I heard some. Anyway, sorry about that. Just freaked out. But, anyway, Cochran, smart move? I think it wasn't dumb. It wasn't the dumbest of the season, but it wasn't the smartest. I'm not a big fan of the flip, especially at the merge. Like, if it's just right at the merge, don't flip. So, just like stick with your tribe until final 6, and then screw them over. But don't do it now, because now you're not going to get to the end no matter what, I don't think. Because Savai won't take him, and Upolu won't take him, and it's just it's not panning out for Cochran. But I think he has ensured himself a spot in the final 7. So Cochran has made some excellent strategic skills. The guy who always wanted to be on Survivor has now kind of played out the entire Survivor season. So will this be another Zapatera, so to speak? Although Zapatera was they kind of threw their own game out, where Cochran kind of screwed over Savai. So what do you guys think? Do you think that Savai is going to be picked off one by one, or do you think it's going to be like 2 more Savai, then maybe an Upolu, and then a couple more Savai, then an Upolu, where it's still kind of unpredictable, but not where it's just picked off one by one, by one, by one, by one. So let's go ahead and get into, well, I guess Tribal Council. See, with the solo cast, one thing I don't like about them is that I don't have somebody to counter my thinking process. So, next week, well, let's look at, well, next week Jim is conspiring to get Cochrane out. And Albert, I like Albert, I don't have anything against Albert, but I think he could be persuaded too easily to just go ahead and vote with, the other people. I think he needs to think things more, thoroughly, and I don't think he's doing that. So, that's all I have to say about this week of Survivor. I wish I had somebody else here to go with what I was saying, but Keith, apologies Keith that you have to go to Redemption Island, but you weren't gonna win anyway, so go ahead and leave. Why did Ozzy play his idol on Whitney? I don't know, because I think it seems kind of obvious. They're gonna vote Keith out. Because Keith is about the strongest person on Savai, other than Ozzy, who had immunity that week, so then Keith will be the next. It doesn't make any sense, and I think Whitney has had more bleeps around her mouth than screen time. So anyway, that's all I have to say about Survivor this week.